Thank you for coming or watching this video. My name is Mark Lurie. They call me Marcelo around here in Spanish, and I've been here for 22 years and on this property for 19. And on this old slab, this is in Mexico, by the way. We're in, that's Ensenada in the north there. We're about 2 hours over the border. San Diego is north. And I'm on this north side of the mountains because we're growing trees. We're planting a forest in the canyon here, and we have an eco community that we founded, and you can see we're building, and we have solar. We're building with stone and Ferro-Cement and sustainable materials, and that's kind of our bigger picture. And so we're also going to be building this Ferro-Cement water tank, and that's the project we have going right now, which I'm wanting to share with y'all. We're using an old slab that we had. We had a fire here in 2007 and a big plastic tank melted, but we had this huge slab. So concrete is so great and sustainable, and why not use it because it's here. So now we're going to build a Ferro-Cement water tank, and we want to make it look like a boulder and have a creative way we go up the back, and I think we're going to try and even build a bench into it so we can come up and sit in this view and check out the level of the water. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. Here we are, we're starting a new project using the old slab. Now this is a slab built with rebar on 24 inches on center, 1/2 inch rebar, and it has a ring foundation under it, a shovel footing, maybe 1 foot by 1 foot, and it's quite strong. And I would suggest with these kind of size tanks at least a 5-inch slab. 4 to 5, 6 inches is even good to make sure you have enough strength and that it's going to last forever. So we start with the slab, and if I had built the slab I would have put rebar coming up at certain increments along the way to then tie on the rest of the Ferro-Cement. But since we have the slab, we're drilling down in, and then we're going to anchor rebar studs about 3 feet long into the slab to start our construction. First thing we're going to do is do some drilling of holes, and we've actually done them already, but we're going to show you how they're done. And we're going down in about 2.5, 3 inches, something like that. And then we'll put special caulking to hold in our posts. So Martin, ¿me quieres ayudar? Can you help me? And show folks how to drill these holes. Y pueden ver que estamos haciendo como 3, 4 pulgadas. Ok, Martin, ya. Y ya está. So you can see we're doing these holes about 2.5, 3 inches deep. Let's do another one, Martin. Sí. Por favor, sí. After we drill the holes, then we have to get the cement really clean. So we've been using a little blower, and also there's other ways to do it. We've been cleaning with a rag and then blowing them out. Next step we're going to do is I cut the tip off of our ultra extreme grab kind of caulking. And what you really want to do is find even the epoxies, the better ones. They're very expensive, like $30 a tube, but they have more grab power, and we're going to put this, fill the hole, and then put our rebar down in the hole. Here we go, doing another hole. We're putting in these 3/8 inch rebar posts. We've pre-cut them to about 3 feet because we want to have at least 50 overlapping diameters, and it's 3/8. So there we go. Down in. I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing here, so you'll be able to understand the steps as they come up. So if you go online, you look on YouTube, so you'll see that there's lots of different ways to build these Ferro-Cement tanks. Ferro-Cement is the construction of rebar, wire, cement, concrete made into shapes, and they make boats out of Ferro-Cement. I'm doing Ferro-Cement roofs on my houses here in the Eco Village, and it's used around the world. It can be considered sustainable because of certain factors. One is, for instance, even though there is production in making and processing cement, look at how it is. This slab was put down in 2003, and it's still strong. And I think cement concrete reaches its maximum strength at 11 years instead of deteriorating, and then slowly deteriorates. But the point is that later this gets broken up, and it's used all over for other things. It's used for road fill. It's used for rocks. It has a different life after it's a slab. It goes on living, kind of like rocks and that kind of a natural thing. So that's why I like using it. And it also, this tank I'm trying to build to last forever. I mean, somebody said, how long is the tank going to last? Well, I'm trying to build it to last forever. And that means if it's maintained and waterproofed and maybe gets replastered on the outside at some point, it becomes a water tank that is a special thing. It feeds our whole property. We're at the top of a big property here, and we're going to gravity feed off this tank. We've done it before. Several little houses, orchards, campground down there with other tanks in different places. That being around 9 feet in diameter. Maybe inside it'll be more like 8 feet. And then we're going to go about 8 or 10 feet tall. And we'll just kind of see how the construction goes with the Baja that we have. So in our case, we're starting with these vertical posts to connect to the old slab, and now we're going to let this sit for a day and let the cement, even though this is quick grab, it's probably already grabbing pretty well. We're going to let it sit for a day so it's really hard, so that when we start bending the rebar above it, we're not going to do damage and break it loose. If we start doing that today, that would be the case. So this is perfect time to take a break for a day and be back and give you another view of what we're going to do next. Okay, thank you for coming.